Are you ready to buy a home but feel like it's out of reach? Well, buckle up because we're diving into how Donald Trump's policies might just be the key to unlocking your dreams of homeownership. From tax breaks to housing reforms, we'll explore how the Trump administration might make buying that dream house a reality for you. Stick around as we break down the possibilities, the promises, and what it could mean for you. Get ready to see if Trump's vision will increase your ability to purchase a home. Then, at the end of this video, I'll share the secret to timing the housing market perfect so you can get the best price. Let's start with Trump's promise on housing affordability. Number one, lowering mortgage rates. One of Trump's most vocal promises has been to bring down mortgage rates to make home buying more affordable. During his campaign, he suggested interest rates could be reduced significantly from current levels. But it's crucial to understand that while the president can influence economic conditions, the Federal Reserve controls interest rates. Still, Trump has promised that through economic policies aimed at reducing inflation, mortgage rates would naturally come down. And that would lower the cost of home loans for buyers. Number two, reducing regulatory burdens. While on the campaign trail, Trump made the following pledge.
I will also sign an executive order directing the immediate termination of every single unnecessary rule that is impeding housing construction and driving up the costs of housing. Government regulations are responsible for more than 25% of the cost of a new single-family home and 40% of the cost of multifamily homes. And we're going to end all of that. I have been a builder my entire life. I understand the problem, and I will fix it. I know how to fix it. Nobody else is going to figure it out. My objective will be to cut the cost of building a new home by 30 to 50%, and much of it is regulation.
The zoning and approval process can cause significant delays and inflate construction costs. His promise to cut the red tape should lead to more housing supply, thereby making homes more affordable. This will certainly reduce the cost to build a house, but the question remains, will the home builders pass that savings along to you? Number three, opening federal lands. Trump went on to say,
we will open up new tracts of federal land for large-scale housing construction so that we can get housing on the market.
This policy aims to increase the supply of housing by allowing construction on government-owned lands, which could be particularly transformative for areas where land is scarce or costly. This initiative has been touted as a way to revive the frontier spirit and provide more affordable housing options. Yahoo Finance shared this interesting data. Looking at the bars to the left, the median home price has increased from $310,900 up to $420,400. Looking to the right, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate had jumped from 4% to over 7%. Number four, housing assistance. During his first term, Trump pushed for work requirements for housing assistance, which was part of a broader push to encourage self-sufficiency. Although this was more about welfare reform than direct housing affordability, it's indicative of his approach towards federal housing programs. This policy could continue to be expanded, potentially affecting how public housing programs operate. Number five, tax incentives for first-time homebuyers. Although specifics have been scarce, Trump has hinted at tax policies that would benefit first-time homebuyers. This could involve tax credits or deductions for down payments, mortgage interest, or insurance, aiming to make the initial cost of home buying less daunting. But moving on, it's a little hard to determine the impact of the following Trump policies, like number six, immigration. Trump's aggressive plan for mass deportations could have a dual effect on housing. Reducing the number of illegal immigrants should decrease demand for housing. This could equate to lower pricing, but it will also reduce the workforce, which would likely increase the time it takes to build a house. Labor shortages would also increase the builder's cost to construct properties. Number seven, housing finance reform. Trump has previously expressed interest in ending government-sponsored enterprises like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. This could lead to changes in how mortgages are insured or guaranteed, possibly affecting rates and availability, especially for first-time or low-income buyers. His administration might revisit these reforms to potentially reduce government involvement in the mortgage market, which could have mixed outcomes on affordability. But all these pale in comparison to the potential impact of number eight, tariffs. The potential downside is that Trump tariffs would likely increase the cost of materials like steel, aluminum, and lumber, making it more expensive to construct a home. Tariffs could also lead to broader inflation, increasing mortgage rates. No doubt, there's a fragile balance, but the positive impact of tariffs should outweigh the negatives. For instance, tariffs should lead to economic growth. Through tax cuts and deregulation, higher employment and wages could boost your home buying power. These economic policies might also help control inflation, potentially leading to lower mortgage rates. And a robust economy should lead to an increased supply of housing. It really is hard to say what will happen due to the complexity of economic policies. Some of Trump's promises might not be fulfilled, and there could be unintended consequences. On the other hand, if Trump's promises to lower interest rates and reduced regulations come to fruition, we could see a decrease in both the cost of borrowing and home prices. Allowing the construction of housing on federal lands could directly impact supply, potentially lowering prices in certain markets. But there's still one more thing that could have a bigger impact than everything else put together. What am I talking about? Number 9, energy costs. I believe Trump will significantly reduce the cost of energy. And if he does, the cost of most goods will come down. The job market would likely improve, equating to higher pay. If we can get more homes on the market and lower mortgage rates, the housing market could go crazy. The lower cost of living plus a higher salary would boost your purchasing power, allowing you to buy homes sooner.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
No doubt, it's a complex picture with many moving parts, and the execution of his policies will dictate the real impact. Either way, things are going to change and it could happen fast. You'll want to stay informed on legislative developments, economic indicators, and your local market conditions. With Trump's vision, your dream just might become a reality. But as with all things, there are no guarantees, only opportunities to seize or to miss. Some people think the housing market's going to crash, but it's simply not going to happen. In many markets, even with the higher interest rates, new data finds that home prices are still rising, as reported by the WRE. The article continued, Redfin reported that home prices rose from 1 year earlier in December across all 50 of the most populous metropolitan areas. The first time this has occurred since May of 2022, jumping 6.3% year over year to $427,670. So, how do you time the housing market perfect to get the best deal? The hard truth is, whether you're talking about stocks, crypto, real estate, or whatever, it's very difficult to time the market. But like Snoop says,
real estate is the most important thing in the world. If you don't own land, you don't own nothing.
Okay, so maybe it's not the most important thing in the world, but a home provides refuge from the world for your family, and it's a damn good investment. Data shows that we're suffering from a major housing shortage. If you understand supply and demand, then you understand the wisdom behind buying a house as soon as possible. That is, as long as you can afford it. The advantage for those of you who qualify to buy a house now is that the higher rates are holding home values down. When rates drop, as the economy improves, home prices will increase faster as buyers flood the market. Purchasing a home today means that you pay less for the house. Then you can simply refinance to a lower rate when they drop. But don't take my word for it.
We know house prices are going to go up, so let's buy. If interest rates go down, you can always refinance. You're not stuck, but you are stuck with house prices. So buy now.
And if you haven't been paying attention, Trump just issued executive orders for emergency price relief on housing. His goal is to drastically reduce the price of housing, eliminate unnecessary administrative expenses, eliminate requirements that increase the cost of appliances, create employment opportunities, and eliminate harmful climate policies that drive up the cost of food and fuel. Personally, I'm excited. I think we're going to see some great positive changes that will allow you to get into a house faster, and you need to be ready. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. And I'd love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have a friend or a family member looking to buy or sell a home in Utah, you can easily text this video to them. And please don't forget to subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Remember, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.